Close your eyes for a moment. I want you to imagine a sound. It starts low, a deep, rhythmic hiss, almost like the earth itself is breathing. Then a whistle, sharp and sudden, cutting clean through the morning fog. And then the ground begins to tremble beneath your feet. Not violently, just enough to remind you that you are standing next to something enormous, something alive. You open your eyes, and there it is, a machine made of iron and fire and ambition, sitting at the edge of a London platform, breathing steam into a gray September morning. The year is 1865, and what you are about to experience, this journey, this speed, this extraordinary invention, was, to the people of this era, nothing short of a miracle. The station, 145, 3:30, conversational, warm, like you're discovering it together. London Bridge Station. Stand here for a moment and just look around. This place, this cathedral of iron and glass, is one of the oldest railway stations in the world. It opened in 1836, just 29 years before this morning. 29 years. In the span of a single generation, human beings went from a world that moved entirely at the speed of a horse to this, to 500 people rushing across a single platform to board machines that could carry them 50 miles in an hour. If you had told someone in 1800 that this was coming, they would have thought you were describing a dream or a nightmare, depending on who they were. The wealthy saw opportunity. The poor saw disruption. The church worried about what moving this fast might do to the human soul. But here, in September of 1865, it doesn't matter what anyone thought. The railway has already won. It has redrawn the map of England. It has redrawn the map of human possibility. And today, on this platform, beneath this roof, with coal smoke staining the morning air above you, you are part of it. The people of the platform, 3:30, 5 o'clock. Slower here, observational, like a painter describing a canvas. Look at the people around you. Really look at them. That woman in the deep green crinoline with the ivory bonnet, she's traveling to Brighton for the sea air. Her doctor has prescribed it. Sea air and rest, and 2 weeks away from London's coal fogs. 40 years ago, Brighton was a day's journey by coach. A full, exhausting, bone-rattling day on rutted roads, crammed into a carriage with strangers, hoping the axle didn't break. Today, she'll be there in just over an hour. She doesn't think of this as remarkable anymore. It has already become ordinary to her. That is how fast the world changed. And that man over there, the one in the brown coat with the leather satchel, he's a clerk, a junior bank clerk, earning perhaps £80 a year, catching the workman's train for the cheapest possible fare. Because the railway didn't just belong to the wealthy. The Regulation of Railways Act of 1844, just 21 years before this morning, legally required every railway company to run at least one cheap train every day at no more than a penny a mile, so that ordinary people, working people, could see more than the street where they were born. The railway gave them that. It didn't give them luxury, but it gave them motion, and motion, the freedom to go somewhere, changes a person in ways that are very hard to measure. Boarding, 5 o'clock, 6:30, intimate, like you're guiding someone gently by the arm. Step forward. Your carriage is the third one from the front. You'll see the numeral 1 painted in gold on the door. First class. Pull open the heavy varnished door, grip the iron handle, and step up. 1 step, and you're in. 6 seats, 3 facing 3, upholstered in deep burgundy velvet, the fabric still holding the warmth from the last passengers who sat here. Dark walnut panels on every wall, a small framed mirror between the windows so you can check your appearance without turning your head. And above you, a single oil lamp, burning quietly in its brass fitting, casting just enough amber light to read by. The windows are real glass, hand-blown, slightly uneven, which means the countryside, when you look through them at speed, will have a particular quality. A slight waviness, a softness, like looking at the world through water. There's no corridor in this carriage, no way to move between compartments once the door shuts. In 1865, first class means privacy, sealed off from the noise and smell and chaos of the rest of the train. It also means that if something goes wrong, if you feel unwell, or if the man across from you turns out to be not quite the gentleman he appeared, there is no escape until the next station. The Victorians, practical as they were, considered this a reasonable trade-off for the luxury of silence.
Denmark! Station Charleston! Station